Design-wise, the new iPhone 7s are not that different from their predecessors, with the major differences being a redesigned camera pimple and slightly relocated antenna bands. But Apple has introduced a couple of new colour options. Space Grey has finally been retired in favour of two new variations on black. It's Chris Carlin for Tab Times here with a quick iPhone 7 colour comparison. Matte black and jet black have now joined the ranks of gold, rose gold and silver, but the immense popularity of the jet black iPhone 7, even before it launched, has meant it is very hard to get a hold of, pretty much anywhere. If you're after the jet black iPhone 7 Plus, you'll already have to wait until November to get one, or until mid-October for the iPhone 7. Taking a look at the four colours we were able to get a hold of, the gold, silver and rose gold are the same tones you'd already know from last year's iPhones, all with white on the front around the display. In some light, the gold and rose gold look very similar, but just moving the phones around in the sun is enough to reveal the full differences in colour of the bead-blasted aluminum. I'll never quite understand why rose gold is a thing, it certainly looks like pink to me, but the colour itself is pretty understated, and the white accent colours actually go very well with the gold and the pink individually. The silver iPhone 7 is perhaps the least assuming of all, with the soft matte silver blending in very nicely with the white front panel and antenna bands. In the sun, the silver colour can get very bright, almost to the point of looking white, but fortunately it is also really good at covering up fingerprints, as are the gold and rose gold. As you may have guessed, the coloured versions of the iPhone 7 tend to obscure smudges a lot better than the black versions, although even there all things aren't equal. The matte black iPhone 7 is very stealth, with a black Apple logo that rarely reflects light like on the other colours. And inky black all over, in my opinion the matte black iPhone 7 looks even better than the shiny jet black, but it still manages to collect fingerprints like most black phones, showing that even Apple hasn't figured out how to dodge that bullet yet. It's far from a problem, but if you don't like constantly having greasy marks on your phone, or tirelessly cleaning them off, then you might want to opt for another colour instead. Perhaps the best feature of the two black iPhones though is the black shell combination with the black front panel, which looks very smart indeed. But what about jet black? Well, if you're the clumsy type, it's definitely the grippiest colour of the new iPhone batch, but before you go thinking about living case-free, know that the jet black iPhone 7 is a monster for fingerprints and is particularly susceptible to what Apple calls microabrasions. We didn't get much closer to the jet black than a quick look in store, but you can tell it will need to live in your pocket alongside a cleaning cloth if you don't want it permanently looking like a petri dish. But even if you're super clean, it will also show fine scratches much faster than the other colours. While it would be a shame to cover such a nice looking phone in a case, it might be your best bet for keeping it looking as good as possible for as long as possible. Let us know in the comments below which colour you like best and which colour you think Apple is still lacking. There may not be much new under the iPhone 7 sun, but only Apple could make a black phone suddenly look so appealing it's sold out before it even launches. Keep it locked to tabtimes.com for plenty more coverage on both new iPhone 7s, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already, and keep an eye out for us on social media where we are at tabtimes, all tech, all the time.